else I can say. Hey, hi, hello, welcome to my show. My name is Gislaine, and it is such a pleasure to have you here. I am at a loss for words for how many people watched my Calpak Luka Expandable laptop tote unboxing / review. Thank you so much for doing that. I made that video just because I was looking for a bag and I wanted people to show me bags, and I was like, well, I found my bag, so let me show you my bag. And I've gotten a lot of questions since posting that video about how do I still like the bag? Has it held up? What things would I tell people about the bag now? So that is what this video is for. Hello, welcome to a year later, me and my Calpak. This is super exciting. Here she is. She's obviously, I contemplated, I was like, should I take everything out or no? No, I didn't want to. I will obviously show you close-ups soon. But here she is. I tend to keep her in this state. I don't often expand, well, let me not lie. I expand it when I need the extra space, which isn't all that often, but I do expand it occasionally. But I tend to keep it in this space. I am not gentle with this bag at all. I will heave and throw it in my car, throw it on the ground, pack it full. Literally, it's this is kind of its average fullness. It is always kind of stuffed, so it takes a lot of weight in it in the day-to-day. I told you I needed a big bag that was going to do all this stuff. And she's held up. So before I take you in close to show you all the tiny, teeny little details, I just wanted to let you know. So now that I've had this bag for a year, what are some things that I've noticed or things that if I were to repurchase it now that I think would be good for me to keep in mind or for me to know? First and foremost, the straps. I mentioned, I think when I first opened it, and that's because there was nothing in it, I was like, well, I haven't noticed anything about the straps. When it is full like this, but you would know this if you carry big bags, but if you don't, the weight of the bag on these two straps can really hurt your shoulder. I had it wasn't even this full, but I took it to the mall once and I'd carried it around, and about 15 minutes later I was like,
oh, okay. Guess I don't need that shoulder anymore.
It hurt. It hurt a little bit, and I was kind of fatigued carrying it around. So I would not take this somewhere where I know that I'd have to be doing a lot of walking, a lot of carrying, a lot of holding with it, especially if it is pretty full. If I could put it down and rest it, then I know that I'd probably bring it with me. And if I'm going somewhere where I don't quite need the full big bag, but I definitely want to take something, then I'd switch to a smaller, I have these little fanny packs. I would switch to the fanny pack. So that's something to keep in mind. Shoulder straps can be a little much if the bag is full. The other thing I would say is the key strap that I was so excited about. I find that I don't really use and it's mostly because the end of the key strap, and I think I mentioned it in the video, it's a little plastic thing, and not that it hasn't held up, obviously it's still here, but it's, again, because I don't use it, I'm just kind of always worried that it'll break or it'll snap off or something. So I don't tend to use it. I think if it were metal, I'd probably use it a little bit more, but alas, it is plastic. The other thing that I'd probably mention, and I'll show it up close to, is as excited as I was about these 2 deep pockets, and the kind of zippered pocket on the side, they don't hold their shape very well. So if you are keeping like a water bottle or an umbrella or something in that pocket, it kind of falls to the side, can fall out of the pocket if it's smaller than the shape of the pocket. Things don't really stay very well in that pocket or in those two pockets, especially if the zippered pocket isn't closed. Then there's definitely no stability in the pockets. So they're not as useful as I would have liked them to be. But I mean, currently in one of my pockets, there's a bag of nuts. I like to keep snacks in my bag. So that kind of stays there. I have smaller items like my little lip gloss. I have a little alarm. Well, let me just talk about this real quick while it's here and up. First of all, she's so cute. But I got these personal safety devices from Tiny Protectors, and she's so cute. It's an alarm. I'm not going to pull it because it'll be loud. But this is something that I keep in my bag, and it's small. It's about the same size as my little hand sanitizer. But all of these things stick together in the pocket that I don't kind of tend to keep bigger items in because they kind of flop around. Another thing that I would say, but this is definitely a positive, and I kind of knew this already, just like I said, the material of this bag is kind of like winter coat-like, so it's definitely water resistant. I have this giant jug of water that I carry in my bag, and I hadn't screwed the lid on tight enough, and it had spilled into my bag. And the bag itself obviously was a little wet just because of the volume of the water that spilled, but the things that were in the zippered pocket at the top of the bag and in the sides of the side of the bag, they hadn't gotten wet. The things obviously closer to the water that had more time to kind of sit in the water did get wet. But things in the zippered pocket were a little more protected. Like I had my AirPods in the zippered pocket and they were like a little damp. And then when I took everything out, I just kind of threw this in the dryer. I don't remember if the care instructions said anything about that, but I did it and my bag is fine. And I did that probably like a month or two ago and she's still here. So, so that's probably all that I would say for now. Let me show you close up how she's doing. Okay, starting you in close. So the only kind of noticeable changes to the bag that I've seen are these kind of like white pinkish threads that are popping out of that one. Yeah, it's just that one part of the strap. I don't have any kind of other visible signs of wear and tear that I've noticed. That's kind of it. Oh, I don't really see that often. It focuses. There's like a little bit of the thread or the fabric peeling off of the very bottom of the bag, but that makes sense because a lot of the bag sees everything, but it's very minimal and it's kind of just happening on the corners here. A little bit of thread hopping out at the bottom of the bag right there, but it's like so super tiny. I don't even know if you can see it. Right there. Zipper. Okay, I don't want to open it because then everything's going to fall to the bottom of the bag, but I'll show you that later. So yeah, so that's everything. There's like little tiny thread popping out right there. Again, everything's black. I don't know if it can be seen. Right there. But otherwise, like everything else that you're kind of seeing can be helped by it just kind of being wiped down. I think there might be a little bit of a thread popping out right there, but that zipper works perfectly well, perfectly fine. Okay guys, here's the inside of my bag. So like I said, I packed this bag full. So when I don't want to carry the big bag, I keep my little black fanny pack in the bag so I can take out the essentials. Charging, got my wallet, and another little alarm. They're just so cute. Little bag full of stuff, hairbrush, another little bag full of stuff, little first aid kit. Got a fan because girl is hot. Umbrella, and that was at the bottom of the bag. So, extra water bottle. Got lotion and a hair tie. Receipt, a scrunchie, lip gloss. So in these two pockets here are the pockets that I was referring to. They're elastic, and if I had, so like I said, I have kind of like small items in these little pockets. Bag of peanuts, and a pen and a highlighter. Oh, another lotion. The O of wonder, hilarious. So yeah, so the way they kind of hang, like the pocket next to it isn't zipped right now. We'll zip it. Whoop. Okay. So if it were sitting up like this, oh, there's a mirror at the bottom of the back. Oh, I think that mirror also used to be in one of these pockets, so things will kind of shift out as the back moves. But like upright, they're kind of loose, you know, kind of at the top. So I wouldn't keep things, like I wouldn't, unless I'm okay with it, if I can fit it all the way in the pocket so that it doesn't move like this, that's fine. But if you want it to sit up like this, it's not very stable in that pocket. So I don't tend to keep bigger things in there. I keep smaller things in these pockets. And then in the zippered pocket, got coins and my AirPods and a emery board and a bracelet. The little Calpak brand tag here. The thread is kind of coming off that. But otherwise, at the bottom of this pocket, everything's still intact. Zipper's still intact. With the amount of stuff I kind of tend to put in these two pockets, the fact that the elastic hasn't ripped off, yeah, like everything is still attached, is pretty great. Pretty great. So now on this side, checking in with our laptop sleeve. I don't tend to carry my laptop around with me all that much, so I don't keep my laptop in here. This tends to be where I put like my water, things that I want to be able to reach kind of more easily accessibly. There's another kind of loose little thread in that little corner. I think there's a couple on the other side. So the laptop pocket I think has a couple more loose threads, but the other side does not. And then yeah, bottom of the bag. Trying to make sure y'all can see. But yeah, bottom of the bag, still pretty good shape. Intact, no questions. Alright, so now this zipper pocket. Like I said, I keep kind of smaller things in here, chapstick on the go, dental brushes, several hand lotions, gum, glasses cleaner, another hand sanitizer, cuticle oil, extra contacts, more oils and lip things and scented things and all that kind of stuff. This pocket, yeah, no tears, no rips, everything's good. The cap on the zipper is still on all of the zippers too. They haven't popped off or anything. This pocket, I tend to forget this pocket is here. So I never notice when it's zippered or not zippered, but I always keep extra masks in this pocket. Keep your masks on you at all times because it's so discreet, and then it's like small. Keep the mask, ear loop mask head strap accessory. But yeah, this one, I don't see anything kind of changed about this. This is a largely undisturbed pocket for me, which is why I tend to keep the masks there. So that should I need a mask, I always know where to find it. And then when I extend the bag, looking at the extension, not noticing any kind of wear and tear there either. Yeah, like I said, I don't like tend to extend it out to this extra 4 inches all that often, but when I do, it's not for like days at a time. It'll be like there's a specific thing happening that I need the bag at its absolute fullest for, and then that's kind of when I'll do that. Lastly is this little pocket here. Once again, zipper's still intact. All right, so I will say, obviously, like, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, like the black on zipper started to peel off, but I mean, yeah, man, I do not mind. I have some personal safety things in this pocket as well. But yeah, this is also a largely undisturbed pocket, and with this, there are no holes. Everything's kind of in great shape, like the rest of the bag. A little up close of the key leash. Like I said, it's plastic, so that gives me pause about kind of using it more regularly. You can see like a couple of chips in this little part of it, but I don't really use it. So yeah, so that's everything. That's the bag. These are my thoughts, feelings. Oh, the Velcro on the laptop sleeve obviously still works. It's like a little, I tend to use that not that often. I guess she's not as Velcro-y as when I first got her, but like, it'll stay closed, which is kind of all that kind of matters to me. So that's everything up close. These are the items that tend to be in my bag at any given moment. Give or take a sweater or my big water bottle, which I will grab. I will also have this giant water bottle at 64 ounces, so that'll fit into the bag. Sometimes I'll have like my iPad or my Kindle or my headphones or like an actual physical book. Some of those things will also kind of be in the bag alongside all of these, but I don't tend to take these out. These are kind of permanent staples to this bag. I will load it all back in for you to see. So standing up, I lied to you, it's like mid-ish thigh. It'll slide off a little, but I think I mentioned that in the first video when the bag is full, but it just hangs like this. So I wanted to answer a couple of the questions and respond to some of the comments that were left on the original video. I thought it'd be helpful to kind of have them all in one place on camera too. And I'm reading some of these comments again, and I just want to say again, thank you guys so much for watching the video, for liking my energy and my editing. You know, your girl, she be trying, okay. I had a great time making it, and I'm glad that y'all enjoyed it, and that you might have purchased the bag on your own. That's so exciting. I've been telling my whole family about it. I'm like getting one from my grandma's hand. Like, I love this bag still. Okay, so going to the questions. So one of the questions that I was asked was, how tall am I, to kind of gauge the size of the bag on me. I'm 5'5", and when I'm carrying it and there's like a shot of it in the original video, it kind of like falls probably to the top of my hips, thereabouts, when it's not extended the additional 4 inches. And I know that when I first showed my family, they were like, oh my gosh, that bag is huge. So it's definitely not like a small looking bag, but again, I got it because I needed a big one, big bag. So it looks like a big bag, especially when you extend it the additional 4 inches. And then another question was about strap comfort. So like I said, when the bag is packed pretty full, you do notice the weight of the straps on your shoulders, but I don't carry it for long term. If I'm doing like a bunch of shopping, I'll carry it on my arm for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll put it in a cart and carry it around in the cart. Or if I'm going to the mall, like I said, I will switch bags, or I'll just know that my shoulder will hurt that day. That's fine. It is what it is. If I'm going to an audition or some sort of work event, again, I know that I'm sitting with it mostly, so it's not something that I have to worry about. But if that's something that you mind, keep that in the back of your mind. Another question that I got was, do I think I could put 2 laptops in this bag? When I answered that comment initially, I had tried putting my laptop, which is the 13-inch MacBook Pro, and my sister had a 15-inch Dell Inspiron, and I put them both into the laptop sleeve. Both of them fit, and I could fit the Velcro over the laptop sleeve. It was a little snug, so I think that if you have like 2 thicker laptops, or depending on the size and width of your laptop, it might be a little snug in that pocket. And I suggested like putting one of them in there and then keeping the other one in a laptop sleeve in the main part of the bag, but you can fit them both in there, and they'd just be, little snug books in the sleeve, but they'd be protected from the other things in the bag. So you don't have to get a separate laptop sleeve if they both fit in there for you, but the 13-inch and 15-inch computers fit into the pocket together. My laptop, because it's not that long, it fits in the pocket, but there's like space on the side, so it might slide around a little bit, but I don't mind, because then I usually have like my charger and other accessories kind of in the pocket with it, so that's fine for me. But if that's something that you're worried about and you don't have like a case or anything on your laptop, then just be aware that it might slide around a little bit. And then some of my other favorite kind of nuggets were about, it's like the bag from Halloween Town or Mary Poppins bag. Definitely is. I do lose things in this bag, and so sometimes it'll be like, Gislaine, can I get this? And I'll be like, okay, yeah, sure. So that's not a problem for me. I've always kind of been a lost in my bag kind of girl, but you could get packing cubes or get things to keep things organized in there, but I don't mind. I like kind of sifting through the bag to find what I need. But the thing is, I always know whatever it is I'm looking for is in the bag. I never have to doubt that, because the bag holds so much my entire life. So I think that's everything for me. Thank you so much for watching the first video, and hopefully for watching this one. If you have further questions about how my bag is held up, if I would still recommend it today, I would. Or any other questions I can't think of but you might have, please leave a comment on the video and I will answer it. If I need to do a third update, I will. Hey, I might in 2 years. So you could be like, oh, the bag has lasted 2 years. That'd be fun. Just leave me comments, questions, thoughts, opinions, fun little nuggets. I love reading them and I will respond to them. And I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day, weekend, month, year, life. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye.